Today I'm putting together the absolute worst NFL Combine performances of all time to see if for the first time in the history of Superstar Mode, you can actually go undrafted in Madden 27. And let me tell you boys, this year I genuinely believe we have our best chance ever. I mean, in Madden 27, we got more positions to experiment with than ever, and off the rip, we can choose to be a day 3 prospect. So if on top of that, I have the worst Combine ever, I should go undrafted, right? Now my master plan all begins here in the player creator, where we start with the quarterback, and have made the ugliest man in human history, made him an Oompa Loompa, and only applied his skill points to attributes that don't affect the Combine performance at all. That's the opposite of what we want to do. Dude, I am the ugliest guy to ever exist. So my agent's asking me if I want to go to the Combine, and of course we're going to, but afterwards, I do want to test to see what happens if you just completely pass on the draft as a projected 5th round prospect. But that's going to come later in the video, as many other experiments will. But it's like, brother, we just got to remember here, we're starting things off as a projected 5th round pick. So if we perform poorly here, surely my draft stock has got to go backwards. There's just no way the scouts of the Combine see this specimen and yep, got to keep him on the draft board. Oh, and let me tell you, this is one of my favorite videos of the entire year, as our expected 40-yard dash is as slow as 4.97, but you best believe it's about to be much, much slower than that. Because what we do here with our player is we just start the countdown, and I just take my hands off the controller. He tripped already, off to a fantastic start. I literally don't press a button. So this is going to show you the slowest 40-yard dash in Madden 27 as a quarterback. Dude, we might get to 7 seconds. We just ran ourselves a 6.49 40-yard dash. And brother, let me tell you, that is just the beginning. Literally almost a whole 2 seconds slower than the second slowest quarterback at the Combine. I mean, that's got to be the slowest 40 ever recorded in Combine history. This right here is music to my ears, brother, as our grade versus expected is an F, which gives us 0 physical skill points. Nice to learn from this experiment that you at least got to get a C to earn 1. But in today's video, an F is an A in our book, and I can't wait to try this with the other positions and see what that leads to. And outside of that, I even have more up my sleeve today, because I genuinely, for the first time in history, want to go undrafted. But for now, we move on to the next drill, which is the bench press, which we're expected to at least rep 225 8 times. But kind of like the 40-yard dash, we're literally just going to get under the bar. We're going to do the lift off. And unfortunately, I don't think, once it starts, I have to do a little wiggle. Just a little bit of a wiggle. Just a little bit of a wiggle. That looks so unnatural. But yeah, I don't know how we just got it off our chest. That technically, genuinely, that should count as a rep. I don't know why it doesn't. But we do finish off with literally 0 bench press reps, which is literally 13 less than the second weakest. So surely at this point, every scout in attendance at the Combine has us off our board. There's no chance these guys are taking us serious. I mean, just look at me. So again, another F, which means this experiment is going to perfection. Okay, a little unfortunate here, as for whatever reason, it gave me 75 jumping. Don't know why that's the case. The only position that gets 75 jumping off the rip without editing anything is the quarterback position. So I think the quarterback here is actually going to jump further than everybody else today. It says I'm expected to jump at least 9 foot 10 inches, but you best believe that's not going to be happening. So same thing, I'm just not going to press the button. Actually, I think I have to. If I don't, he's just going to sit there in a continuous loop. Surely he's eventually got to get exhausted and just go home, right? We'll just wait. We'll see if the big boy decides to go home. Nah, this literally never ending. I guess we just press the rapid press one time. Just once? Hello? And I'm not going to press anything here. So we jumped 3 foot 3 inches. Not happy. He's not happy at all. Again, no big deal or anything. Just jumped about 6 foot less than the second worst. Again, we got an F, but I do want to see if we can do worse. So what if instead of me just not really pressing anything, what I do this time is I do press it just once, and apparently, okay, that did work. What if I just do the exact opposite direction? Or is that going to be the same 3 foot 3? Oh, you see why we try. You see why we conduct Madden science around here. So I don't know what just triggered that, but you actually pressing the button in the opposite direction of the target actually makes you jump 2 inches less. You see why it's good sometimes to go the extra mile? I'm so glad I did that, dude. Another beautiful F, as we can now move on to the 20-yard shuttle. We're expected to run as slow as a 4.71. That guy, he's just not 400 pounds. He just does not look like a 400-pound human. So again, what if I just sit here and don't press anything? He's got to get tired eventually. Wait, dude, the fans in the stands are repulsed. It looks like I do at least have to press A to start the entire drill. But again, controller down, and let's see what the slowest 20-yard shuttle is that you can run in Madden 27 Superstar mode. Look at that. He tripped a little bit. He's so slow, dude. Oh my God. Dude, that's insane. An 8-2-1 40-yard shuttle, and he doesn't look too proud of it. I mean, that's literally twice as slow as anybody else. Which again, boys, I do want to retry because you saw it worked out for us last time. Let's see if we can run a 10-second shuttle here. So kind of the same exact premise as before. So I'm going to cut in the complete opposite direction. But that, okay, I think it's actually, I think we're gonna go faster. That's so much faster. No, that horrible idea. Horrible. Dude, they're so tired of me. Wait, dude. Why? I didn't press a button. Oh no. Did I screw up? I genuinely don't know what triggered that. I went 8 seconds on the first try not pressing a button. I didn't press a button that time, and he was 2 seconds faster. I don't like that. He's not tripping. I don't like this at all, man. I don't know what to do about it. You guys saw the first time I ran this drill, I didn't press a button, and he tripped twice. I really wonder if it only works the first time. Why that's the case, I don't know. There's weird things about these game modes in Madden that I've learned over the years. That genuinely might be the case, but I'm going to continue to retry and see if I can get the tripping animation to trigger. Dude, I've legitimately tried like another 10 times, and it's a 6-1-3 every single time. Which, I mean, it's obviously 2 seconds faster than we ran the first try, but at this point, there's nothing else I can do. If anything, I can come back and redo the entire combine again and know not to retry that drill. But we're still in F. We came in last. It should still work for what we want. Toby on his way to fail every quarterback drill. I mean, like, this is simple. I'm gonna run out of the pocket every time. It's a lot less stressful than actually having to try to complete all of these drills. Hey, let's see if we can get a view of the 40-yard dash. I can get a brief one. Can we get a glimpse of the 20-yard shuttle? Yeah, we can. And with this abortion from the pocket, that should conclude our perfect combine. 0 for 8 on the drills, another F on the board, which this right here, my friends, is music to my ears. But here is the thing, boys. Literally not pressing a button the entirety of the combine, we are still projected to be drafted in the 7th round. So yes, at least with the quarterback position, putting together the worst combine possible drops you from a 5th round projection to a 7th. Now, a few things. That doesn't necessarily mean we're absolutely going to be drafted in the 7th round. Secondly, if we do in fact go in the 7th round here, that will be the lowest we have ever been drafted in the history of Superstar mode. And don't forget that these results could be completely different with all the other positions. Well, with that, boys, I think we have done everything we can do. It is time to finally reveal if rather or not we can go undrafted for the first time in the history of Madden 27 Superstar mode. I'm actually excited to see if you get the same exact cutscene as you do when you go in the first round. Now, it's showing that the 7th round board is up, and I look nervous. I do look very nervous here next to my agent. With the 193rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals, they do need a quarterback. They're not calling the phone. Jaden Williams, right tackle. So the question is, how far are we going to fall here? With the 204th pick in the draft, the New York Jets select. Is the phone going to ring? The phone does not ring. Hold the freaking phone. No pun intended. That's actually a little funny. Genuinely, no pun intended. The 202nd with the 200 and wait, that didn't even make sense. 212nd pick, and the phone calls. We get picked with the 212th end pick. Oh, dude, again, this is the lowest we have ever been drafted in Madden 27 Superstar mode. But at the same time, boys, I mean, my guy's ecstatic, but I'm not content with 212 end. Now, you best believe I have many more tricks up my sleeve today to try and go undrafted, which I do feel pretty confident and gives us a really good chance. But I want to go ahead and point out, I wanted to try quarterback first because quarterbacks are the more likely to get drafted. Then you take into account running back. It's already hard enough to get drafted when you're a good running back and put up a good combine performance, much less an all-time stinker. So you give a running back these combine numbers, and there's no chance he gets drafted, right? But a couple more things I do want to test with quarterback. I'm not going to point it out again. I just want to note that every single experiment that we conduct today is going to be with a day 3 projected player to give us our best chance of being undrafted, so I probably won't show it again. But I do want to try something again with the quarterback position here, and what we are going to do, and it's exactly going to be what we hinted at earlier. As a day 3, 5th round projected prospect, we're going to skip the NFL Combine and see where we get drafted from there. Okay, so we've jumped straight into the draft. Oh, hold on a second. we're immediately in the 5th round. We are immediately going to be drafted in the 5th round. I don't know by where. So it is actually better to just completely skip the combine than actually go to the combine and put up these numbers. Are we going to get drafted by the Browns? Is it going to be Browns after all of this? Oh, now we got faked out again, dude. Can't believe it. Well, Browns got another pick like 3 selections later. No way they fake us out twice in a row, right? There it is, the phone call. What was the point in faking us out the first time? So yeah, you completely skip the combine as a day 3 projected pick, and you just get selected in the 5th round. Now, before we move on to test out the other positions, there's still one final test that I want to try out with quarterback. We're headed back to the combine. We got the same exact 40 time, having another seizure on the bench press, got the 3-1 broad jump again, but I wanted to test my theory with the 20-yard shuttle. Again, what I'm going to do is literally nothing. I'm just going to click start, put my controller down, and see if literally it's just the first attempt where you can get that 8-second 20-yard shuttle. See, dude, he trips on the very first attempt. And there he is, tripping again. Dude, he is so much slower, and it doesn't make any sense, because you can literally retry it, do the same thing I just did, but get a completely different result. So yes, I wanted to do the entire combine again so I can take my 8-2-1 20-yard shuttle and run with it and see if that has any effect whatsoever on your draft stock. I mean, that's just not a 7th round pick at quarterback, man. That's a horrible build. How funny is it that it actually takes them less time to get outside the pocket without sprinting versus actually sprinting? So with this, boys, we have officially conducted the absolute worst combine performance possible in Madden 27 Superstar mode. The 6'4", 940, 0 reps to the bench press, the 3-1 broad jump, and the 8-2-1 20-yard shuttle, which is the big difference. But yet again, boys, unfortunately, that old draft projection is still a 7th rounder. But if anything, I want to see if that worst 20-yard shuttle actually drops us in the draft anymore. Because if we can't go undrafted this year, which I'm still holding out hope, I do want to see the answer to what the lowest possible draft slot is that you can be drafted in Madden 27, which again, Goodell's coming out in the 7th round, so I'm supposing will be drafted again. So I think it's literally going to be the same exact fake out. Oh, I don't know if it was the Steelers last time who faked this out, so maybe we actually do get drafted a little bit lower. See, with the 213rd pick in the draft, we get selected by the Indianapolis Colts. So I know it didn't make that much of a difference, boys, but our shuttle time dropping by a whopping 2 seconds dropped our draft position by 1 entire spot. So let's see if we can beat this. We are going to skip past running back here because I do think it gives us our best chance of going undrafted and go straight towards one of the new positions in tight end. Now, I am pretty dang excited to see how much worse you can do at the combine as a tight end versus a quarterback. Oh, I don't like the fact that the expected result on the 40-yard dash is the exact same as the quarterback. Is it literally going to be the same, like down to the millisecond? Come on. Like a 7 flat. No. 649 right on the dot. So I tried messing with the triggers a little bit to see if I could like purposely make him run slower, and it didn't. I mean, it wasn't by much, but it was still noticeable. I tried a late start versus early. Yeah, fellas, I think, unfortunately, we have peaked. As we wiggle on the bench press again, I do want to say, just because we might end up with the same exact combine performance as the quarterback does not mean we're going to get drafted the same spot as the quarterback, hopefully lower. Because positional value does play a pretty big part when it comes to draft position. Now, here's the big mysterious difference between quarterbacks and the other positions in Superstar mode. For whatever reason, with the other positions, you start with 69 jumping. With quarterback, you start with 75. So at this point in time, our shortest broad jump was 3 foot 1 inches. So what about our old tight end here? First attempt, I think that might have been the 3-1 off the jump. 3 foot on the dot. And I do think we can get shorter. Brother, I feel like an actual bunny, like a real bunny could jump further than that. But now time to try the old RBT method, where we press the rapid press just one singular time. And then when the trigger pops up, move it in the exact opposite direction. And it looks like, I think that was 3 foot again. I think we got the minimum. I don't think you can jump any shorter than 3 feet in this game. But you best believe I'll still take it because that's an entire inch shorter than the quarterbacks, which that could very easily affect the draft stock. Excited to see if the old 20-yard shuttle, this weird drill, is the exact same. So yeah, he's slipping on the very first try. I mean, he's going so freaking slow. Is it going to be 8-2 again? It is going to be 8-17. So not as slow as the quarterbacks, But, I mean, it's still pretty goddamn slow, and as we saw previously, you can't redo it. But we'll gladly take that headed into the tight end drills, which you best believe we're going to be failing on purpose yet again. I mean, there's just no way the scouts in attendance still have me on the board. Speaking of attendance, why are there so many people there now? And there it is, boys. Another picture-perfect combine, which again has us projected as a 7th rounder. But even though, like, I know it's like extremely minuscule, like literally an inch, I do want to know if that difference in the broad jump affects anything. So in the history of Madden Superstar mode, the lowest we have ever been able to get drafted is 213. Now again, Goodell comes out in the 7th round. It's a little bit different though, because I think it's going to be like the Cowboys' first time. But the big question, is this like a fake out again? Or are they actually going to draft us? No, Anthony Smith, East Carolina. So I'm not going to lie, I do think we're actually going to get drafted lower this time. Although, ooh, the second fake out is 195. I mean, if anything, how funny would it be if we got drafted as Mr. Irrelevant? Oh, at the 224th pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, I do think we're going to get selected, but boys, that is a record. Years and years of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. We have ourselves a brand new record, which you best believe we're going to keep trying to beat. Linebacker time. Wait a minute, we got the 8-2-1 20-yard shuttle this time. What triggers that? I mean, I know it's not that big of a difference compared to the tight end, but you best believe every little thing counts today. Can I land a big hit on the quarterback? Surely if I land a big hit on the quarterback, they'll send me to jail, much less draft me, right? Unfortunately, I think I lost that chance. Now, the good news, boys, and I know it's not by much, following another 0 for 8 drill showing, we have now conducted with our linebacker the absolute worst combine yet. I know it's the same 40, it's the same bench press reps, the broad jump's the same as the tight end, but that is the lowest 20-yard shuttle that we couldn't even get with the tight end last time. So you literally can't get any worse than this, but yet again, it still says we're projected to go in the 7th round. Let's go see how low. We've got to be drafted lower than 224 to set a record here. I don't know if we will, because the fake out, I think, here is going to start with the Arizona Cardinals, which it does. And with that being the trigger, typically, like last time, it was like 212, then 213. I don't know. I'm going to hold out hope. I want to see if maybe we could even be Mr. Irrelevant today. With the second fake out, it's the Dallas Cowboys. I have a feeling we're about to be very disappointed here. Again, keep in mind, this is the worst oh, no. Whoa. I got faked out. The fake out faked me out. With the literal worst possible combine in Madden 27 as a linebacker, you end up getting drafted 194 by the Cowboys, so that's fun. So we still gotta beat 224. Come on, dude. Like, nobody's gonna be drafting a wide receiver that runs a 6-second 40. Yo! How did that just happen? Brother, that's just random. Literally, there's no difference. They have the same exact speed, same exact expected result, but he just ran a 6.69 40-yard dash. What the frick? Oh, you best believe, brother. Things just got serious. I wish I knew why this stuff was happening, but I genuinely don't know. No chance. A receiver that runs a 6.69 40-yard dash gets drafted, right? This game, it just continues. It just continues to shock me. So the 20-yard shuttle also be slower? Oh, no, it's 8-2-1. But again, we are in the midst of the worst combine performance so far. Now it's time to actually run some Drewski routes. We've done it again, boys. We continue somehow, some way to put together worse and worse combines. And this one wasn't even really by just a minuscule amount. At wide receiver, he just ran a 6.69 40-yard dash. That's about a half a second slower than everybody else. Why that happened, I don't know. Now again, it says we're projected to be drafted in the 7th round, but I don't believe it. No way, no how. A scout out there said, hey, this guy could help out our roster. Now, especially outside of running back, because I don't know how to trigger this again, this might be our best chance to go undrafted the entire video. And it all comes down to chance. Goodell is going to pop in. Okay, this is definitely the latest he's popped in. It's going to start off with pick number 196 from the Buffalo Bills. The latest we've seen it start off is 194. So I do think at least, bare minimum, if he does get drafted, it is going to set the world record for the lowest draft pick in Madden Superstar mode ever. Again, I don't know. The fake out faked me out last time. So like maybe we do get drafted earlier, but I don't think so. I mean, we're in a freaking 6.69. So this fake out, 198 to the Lions. Surely, dude, don't call him. Don't you dare ring. Come on. Pick 230. Let's be Mr. Irrelevant with pick 2 222. 222nd, by the way. The Denver Broncos make the phone call. Why Sean Payton saw something in this guy, I don't know. That dumb Peter Gaffney. Oh, I'm upset. I am so upset. So despite running a 6.69 40, he just got drafted higher than the tight end. Oh, I don't understand it. But you best believe we're gonna keep trying. Let's go with one of the other new positions in free safety, because like maybe there is a chance that one of the new positions actually have like undrafted as a possibility coded into the game. Which, like, to be completely fair, the one new position we've tried out so far, tight end, did produce our lowest draft pick yet. So let's try out one of the other new positions in free safety. Yep, back to the same old, which, to be fair, I was wrong before. It wasn't a whole half a second slower. It was 0.2 seconds slower. But the grand scheme of things, it's still a quite drastic difference. So the combine was nothing special, about the same exact result, I believe, as the tight end, which again had the lowest draft position so far. But again, unfortunately, it does say we're projected to go in the 7th round. But you best believe I will always hold out hope as the lowest possible you can be drafted at the safety position in Madden 27 Superstar mode, which we do come in at the top of the draft with the Cardinals starting off the fake outs. So unfortunately, starting off at the top of the round does mean that the draft selection probably isn't going to be too late. The Cowboys did fake us out. Is it going to be pick 205, or will we actually be faked out for a 3rd time? Nope. Oh, God. 205 to the Raiders. You freaking idiot, Clint. What's wrong with your face? Brother! So 205 is the lowest you can be drafted at free safety. It's the best day of his life, but the worst of mine. Brother, I really, really hope that running back saves us later and puts an end to this challenge for once and for all. How about corner next? So unfortunately, the worst possible cornerback combine was the exact same as the free safeties. But come on, man, we still need to get drafted lower than 224. We need to see that as possible. We're starting to run out of options, because the fake out starts with the Cowboys. Here we have it. Oh, God, dude. 199 to the Commanders. You're picking this guy at the cornerback position. Dan Quinn, you moron. I'm sitting here tearing this guy to shreds, and it's literally the best day of his life. Time to test edge, the 3rd and final new position in Superstar mode before we finally try out running back, which I do believe is going to give our best chance of going undrafted. And the one thing I have noticed, although I'm not really understanding the trend, is there's some positions that start off with less creation points than others, and edge is one of them. Because like a lot of the day 1 players start off with 200 creation points, but edge starts off with only 187, and they only start off with 133 creation points as a day 3 pick. So I don't know if that's going to affect the combine, hopefully. Now, I will say that the edge position was a little strange. It's the only other position outside of quarterback that starts with 75 jumping, so he ended up with a 3-foot 1-inch broad jump. And for some weird reason, he ran the 6-second 20-yard shuttle instead of the 8. But it's still the worst combine ever. He still comes in as a 7th round projected prospect. I just beg to give me worse than 224 here, please. We've made it to the 2nd fake out pick. I don't think it's going to be that late. I think it's going to be before, or no, 214th to the Miami Dolphins. That's a lot later than the last few picks. He gets the call from old Jeff Halfley here. Although, like, 214 is definitely extremely late, and before today's experiment would have been the latest ever in history, still not later than the tight end position. So this entire experiment's bloodline comes down to the running back position. Can it finally end this experiment that is years and years in the making? See, again, like, running back has higher creation points than edge. It gets 143 for the day 3 pick. I have to put all his points towards something. I guess I'll put it towards jute move, and his physicals, I suppose, will all go towards toughness, since they really don't mean anything. I mean, brother, that's just not a draftable running back. Come on, dude. I really need this to be the worst combine of the entire day. I mean, it's not like I have much control over it, you know, but we can always manifest. Somehow here, dude, we gotta spawn the wide receiver 40 times. I mean, I genuinely believe it's just like a luck of the draw. It just randomly happens sometimes, and for some positions it won't. But let's see. 40-yard dash for our running back. Let's be a 7. A 7 would be fan-freaking-tastic here. Come on. Slower, please. Slower, please. It's gonna be the 649, is it? It's gonna be a 649. But it's like, still, man, it's still, you just wouldn't expect a running back that runs a 6'5" 40 to get drafted, right? Almost 2 full seconds slower than the second slowest at the combine. Oh. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to do negative bench press reps, so we'll have to do a 0. 16 reps less than the second weakest, which is kind of ironic that the second weakest went to Navy. I don't think that's right. But like, even he got drafted in the 7th round. So if the guy that had the second weakest bench press got drafted in the 7th round, like, surely the guy that has 16 reps less will go undrafted, right? See, I told you, just some random position spawn in with higher than 69 jumping. So I'm assuming we should be getting ourselves a 6-foot flat. Oh, what a shocker. The old Madden scientist has all the answers. I mean, at least give me the 8-second shuttle. It's like almost every time they trip, but it's like randomly, they won't. Weird. Like, how does that even get coded into the game? Weird. It's just strange. All right, fellas. 2.5 hours in, I have done everything that I can physically do. The absolute worst combine possible at the running back position. And again, just like every other position, it does say we're supposed to go in the 7th round. Now, keep in mind that in this moment in time, the lowest draft position in Madden Superstar history is 224 at the tight end position earlier on in this video. So I beg, here at the running back position, at bare minimum, if we get drafted, we at least break that and have a new world record in this experiment that's been going on for years on the channel. So is pick number 224 going to stand as the absolute lowest draft position in Madden Superstar history? Okay, so we start off, unfortunately, with the Cardinals, or with the Cowboys pick in the 7th round. But I'm assuming, it could be wrong, I'm expecting us to be drafted here in like the 210s. It doesn't look too happy. So we start off with the Cowboys fake out. Hopefully the second fake out will be over 200. If that's the case, dude, we're in business. Oh no, it's 195. Oh no. Oh no. Just go ahead and rip my freaking heart out here. With the... Of course, it's my Tennessee Titans to ruin my day and draft the worst draft prospect in NFL history with the 201st pick. So another year where at least we broke the all-time record. But why does this dumb game allow for these guys to get drafted? Never change, EA Sports, never change. Now, if you still enjoyed the video, which hopefully you did, you can click right here to watch some more Madden 27. And also, while you're here, please subscribe. Genuinely at this point in my career, I'm desperate.